Hi guys, I am back. Now, I want to talk about not living your life with a tag on it. And what I mean is, like, if you're like me and something always had to happen to you where things is always going wrong, make sure you get yourself in counseling, therapy, get yourself around positive people during the time where you're dealing with fighting with limiting yourself. I spent most of my life limiting my time. I was so scared because my daughter had seizures and family members were getting sick. And as I began to split away from the immediate family and focus on what's more important, and that's the family that I currently had, I still feared living them. And it held me accountable, but I know that God was on our side. So as some of the family members were calling me, wondering where I was at, I had to take time for myself because it was getting tough. Our dad, him leaving the family had been really it has been really hard. Death is not easy and it doesn't have no time for you to move on. You're going to probably grieve your whole life, but it's just how you handle it. And, a lot of people don't know, but they know that they care about their friend or family member. And so that they want them to hurry up and move on. But in life, that is not how it works. When something is hurting you, when something is bothering you, it's not that easy for you to just move on. Some people want you to move on because they're annoyed with you, for one, and for two, they just don't want to hear that stuff. But as I'm growing older and older and older, I'm starting to realize that you have to take care of yourself for you to even move on. Stop allowing everybody to take care of you. And you take care of you. Because one day they might not be there. And you're going to have to be forced to take care of yourself. My father took care of me and we took care of each other. We managed each other. And he was a great father. When he passed away, it was a lot of issues going on to where I'm like, okay, all this stuff is being revealed why he's dead and why not while he was alive. Death can really be a hot mess. People will start saying stuff out of the blue and you be sitting there like, okay, you should have pronounced this a long time ago when he was alive. My dad paid for his funeral, so we didn't have to have no fish dinners or nothing. So that was cool. He was a really cool person, and I'm kind of living my life to where he taught me a lot of things. To take care of myself, for one. You can't be trying to take care of your family if you're not even healthy. And if everybody's healthy, somebody's bound to get sick. And so, for me, I was swimming for health. I was swimming to be healthy. And even though in my current, the ones that I created, my two babies, one of them are having behavior issues and her having seizure issues is limited addition. But I began to tell myself, just because my daughter got all these limited times, I can still continue to know that our God is great and continue to pray. It was hard for me to even get out to go to dinner because I felt like every time I went, there was something wrong. To where I made sure I brought my phone just in case. I was so paranoid, my phone had to stay on me. People would tell me something at my job and I would think that something was wrong. I was grieving so hard that honestly I shouldn't have been working, but I did. And when I quit one of the jobs, I felt bad for it. I went back and apologized. And I began to start focusing on my dreams. And even though I didn't have it, but I did have it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like knowing that even though you don't have it yet, but you have it. Like, it's people coming to you for advice. People starting to come to you for these things. And people coming for prayer. People just don't even want you to leave. And so I start saying I needed to get a security guard, because once I really get outside the world, there's going to be a lot of people that really love me, and I'm very caring, and I see it. I got a lot of people who really, really like me. So my dad was definitely correct about that it's a caring world. Just because one person can't do nothing for you, there's other people out there that can, but they're only there just for a moment of time. So you hold on to the memories, but remember, you can't keep anybody hostages. We be trying to keep people in their cages. We can't do that. I was one of those people who kept people in the cage. Don't keep people in the cage. Let them live their life. Even when relationships, do not force anybody to do something that they know they should have been doing from the beginning. We stress out so much about a lot of things, and we don't realize that, man, God is there for us, and He will supply everything if you take the time to talk to Him. I wrote 10 things, and I continue my life to keep talking to God. And I got motivated to make a blog that I actually really tried to find it. It took me a while to find it. What's so funny about it, I think I found it already. I already had it, but I didn't know how to work it, so I left it alone. But now I got it now, and I'm working with it. And so God is sending me in levels where I can be able to speak and talk to people and tell them that they can do it, because I did. I always wanted to speak, and I was always online anyway, so I said, you know what, YouTube would be a cool little thing to do, a little video to do on my computer, because I really had my computer sitting in dust, and I was always on my phone. And I'm like, you could be doing something productive. You never know what you're saying might touch somebody. You never know while you sitting at home, you can increase something. You might be helping somebody else with your stories about grieving, about all these things. You can be a real live storyteller by doing all those videos and starting to increase your life. You don't have to be up on Facebook all day and going live, when you can go on a YouTube and create videos for everyone. I mean, people you don't even know might view this, and they might like what you're saying. So do something different, out of the ordinary. Don't be like everybody else. Facebook is messy, and you're about to bop somebody out their head sometimes. So I took a vacation from Facebook. I took a vacation from family. I took a vacation from a lot of stuff. My soul was on vacation. And a lot of people were worried about me. I was all right, but I couldn't be around the behavior. So it wasn't them. It was the behavior, to where my brain, it was so stressed out, and now it's relaxing to where I wanted to relax. My main focus and my goals in my life is just to make sure I take care of these 2 kids that I have. My 5 and 7-year-old, because they need me. And I had my baby at the age of 16 years old. People were telling me, online, you're not going to make it. That is so disgusting. Instead of motivating me, they judge me, and they don't realize you don't down someone that's a single mother or young or whatever. You're supposed to push them higher, because God doesn't look at His kids like that. He disciplined us, and He said about sin and all this stuff, but He also said that Jesus died on the cross for our sins. So he's not really looking at the sin. He's looking at the fact, what did we do to change it? A lot of people don't realize that that's what God does. You know, he looks at what you do to change it. And a lot of times people don't change their situation. They sit down and complain about it and don't have a plan to move on. You're never going to forget, but eventually you're going to have to go somewhere, because if it's not making you no income, you got to get to where you need to go. And for me, I just want to get to where I need to go, so I won't be sitting up on this house stressing my whole life out, knowing that I had so much potential by just using my voice and by speaking and letting people know that they can make it, you know, and not giving up. My dad, he was a man of faith, and he didn't teach me. He told me, girl, no, I didn't drive you all the way to sit. I seen my daddy in them dreams multiple times. And I began to realize the reason why I seen my father so much is that he was letting me know that, baby, we ain't got no time for you worried about what everybody else is doing. You need to get that goal going. You need to focus on whatever you need to do for your dreams, for your babies, and keep going. And if they want you, they will find you. I mean, I know that it's hard, but you can do it. They'll call every now and then and say they be concerned, but God is not a concerning God. He knows that I'm good. And if I continue to say that without nothing always being wrong, then people who are so negative then get out of the way so I can breathe. I want to breathe. I'm tired of always accepting negativity and trying to figure it out about what to be positive. You know, it's like, no, negative is negative. I don't want that. I want to breathe some type of air of positive. So I'm striving. I'm breathing. I'm trying to get to where I need to go. Don't mind me. All this music, all this talking is because I'm thinking. I've been thinking for a while. My brain has been with numbers. My brain has been with doing all these things. And I think it's God stretching me. It's God really getting on me. And so as I see that he is, I'm posting YouTube videos. I'm doing blogs. I'm writing like crazy as if I'm working. And I'm not getting paid for it, but I am. See, God blessed me yesterday when I was breaking down writing stuff with someone that needed help to wash their children. And I don't know if I'm going to be washing the baby today, but it's just the fact that God will send you the help that you need if you focus. And he's sending it me. He's sending it to me. And he know I'm a little bit hectic I'm stressed out now, but he's sending me that help because I've been faithful. God will send you help when you are faithful. You're not going to struggle. And you stay along with me and you see the journey of what God did for me, he'll do it for you too, man. You get up, because I see a future and hope for everyone, man. My hopes for, me seeing people on drugs, I saw that. Me seeing people on alcohol, I saw that. Me seeing people smoke and drink their life away because they thought that's how they're going to find their gifts. But they don't realize when they drink, they turn into a different person. They don't realize when they smoke, they're not the same. They don't realize all they got to do is be who they are, and they can go for their dreams and goals. But I be worried about a lot of people. When I see my friends, I see my families falling, they think I don't care. But I care enough to let them sit so I can increase my caring. Sometimes you can't do much. When you've been doing the same thing, you got to change it. You can't be trying to run for everybody, because then you're going to be burnt out. So if they're running and this is their problem, that's because now they're going to get it. A lot of people might have been mad at me for me running away for a minute. I ran away. I ran away from negativity. I ran away from anything that made my brain not go straight forward. I just ran away for a minute so that I can breathe. Because when I lost my daddy, I didn't have enough time to grieve either. But my dad was there. God gave us grace. He gave us enough time, but we wasted it. That's what it is. God gives you enough time to spend with your loved one, but then you waste the time. It's you. It's not him. So everybody had enough time during my dad's death. Some of us didn't acknowledge it. My dad was my heart. And I know he's here. And he will see me fight. He will see me talk. He will see me. And he sees me. And that's why every time he comes in my dreams, I hold on to it. Because people say, let go when you see a dead person. No. When you see somebody that you love, they telling you, and you see a certain issue in that dream, they telling you, don't let this be the reason why you failing. I know that you miss me. I know that you miss me. But I'm in your heart. I'm in your life. And I will continue to be there. I need you to keep going. The only reason why I decided to speak is because I wanted to save someone that's on that ground. I wanted to be the lifesaver to show them that you can do all things that Christ who strengthens you. Because when we think that we can't make it, we can.